Damn, just for him? Hey, how down are you?
Come on, fool.
Oh, wait, let me get in this too.
Oh, you're more down than me.
Guys, ready?
What up? Ready?
Hello.
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 Hey. Ready?
Ready. All right, I gotta go.
Just
Yes,
really.
let's go.
Shout out Chapulín Colorado.
Shout out. Shout out.
Shout out Piccolo.
Shout out Piccolo for aura farming.
Shout out Tacos El Compa in South San Jose. Killer spot. Shout out Chicken Bros.
Oh, shout out Chicken Bros. Shout out Chicken Bros.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Open up them
definitely.
armpits,
Shout out
dope
to
boy
Party
activist.
Yeah.
Shout out to his armpits.
Shout out to your armpit.
Shout out to your armpits. I'm gonna see their arms up all the way.
Hairy fool.
Are they shaving or not?
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? We're back at it again. New slap alert. I brought some special guests here
What's
sitting on the
up?
couch in front of me. Let them know who you guys are.
Yeah, what up? We're Barbados. My name is Flaco.
I'm Niko. We're Barbados. That part's true.
Yes, we are a group from here in San Jose. We're gonna listen to some music today and talk about it.
Well, tell the people, how did they get started? How did you guys come up with the name Barbados? Like, tell the people
Let me tell this.
the originated.
Oh, shit.
I just passed you the microphone. You just broke it.
All right, here's how it goes,
Great
dude. So there I was. It was 2019, and I had a friend. He called me at work. He was like, "Hey, bro, my buddy just did his first ever hip hop beat, and you should come rap on it." And I was like, "Bet." So I wrote a rap on my lunch break, and then after work, I went to Rigo's house, and we met, and he was pretty cool. He had a lot of scary stuff in his room. And then we made a song called Tales from the Dojo, which isn't that good, but it is on Spotify. We started talking, and it was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And eventually we were like, dude, we need a name for our band. And we had a bunch of silly ideas. And then one day we were partying, got drunk. And then the next morning, Rigo was like, damn, I wanted to go on a jog. I'm still kind of drunk from last night. And then I was like, fool, just go on a drunk jog. And then he said, "Que bárbaro." And I was like, wait. I said, say that again.
Pretty much that is what happened. It's a friendship that just started building from, creating music, hanging out, having similar interests from, horror movies, spooky stuff to skateboarding. It all kind of like brought us together and made it easy to hang out and be in a creative space.
So you guys say, like, you got the spooky vibe. Is that, like, a part of your guys' music? Did you guys incorporate that into your music, or how did that go?
I think originally it was part of our music. Like, on the first project, Deal with the Devil and Ouija Board Rolling Tray, like, there was a lot of spooky sort of, like, vibes. I remember on the first one, Flaco sampled a bunch of, like, stuff from
Santo
y Blue Demon movies.
Yeah.
So like it was kind of like, if you know spooky. Si tú sabes stuff. We didn't really lean like away from it like consciously, but we just started expanding like our songwriting and production choices and what stuff was about, where like we weren't like on purpose spooky all the time anymore. But there's still always like kind of like elements and energy of that. For me, lyrically, like there's always like occult themes or like symbolism themes. I read a lot of spooky books, and that's just something I'm interested in general. Even my shirt says witch on the back of it right now. But like, so yes and no. Like I remember on Que Bárbaro, we were listening to one of the first like cuts of it. I remember being like, we don't have any like OG Bárbaro stuff on this, bro. We need a spooky fucking song. So we made one called Not From Rome, which was not the best song on the album, but it is a cool song.
Yeah.
It is very loud and noisy. The beat's like, and then I'm like, we're not from Rome, and like we never. I think we played it like once at a show, and we were like, this doesn't work that good live.
You gotta have those. You definitely do, or else like how else will you learn that certain things work or they don't?
That's facts.
So much yelling.
Yeah, but I think the cool part about Barbados as a project is that it has always been really unapologetically whatever the fuck Niko and I feel like doing. We never felt like it had to be a spooky project since the beginning and something that had to carry. With the first couple projects, the Deal with the Devil and Ouija Board Rolling Tray, it was something that was more present because it was something that we were into at the time.
Right.
And when Que Bárbaro came out, we were kind of both going through a lot of like transitional things, not just as a band, but as people too. I made the decision to move out to Austin, Texas to live by myself and build a studio from the ground up just by myself. And Julia, R.I.P. Julia, a lot of the music in that album speaks for itself with the things that we were going through in life, you know, as independents. And we kind of started doing more songs that kind of projected that. And yes, it stepped away from like the spooky, but in the sense like we kept the energy of being ourselves and doing whatever it is that we feel like doing. Because, you know, like we're all growing, we're all going through stuff, and life is going to change. You're never always going to be in the same spot. Some people do, some people don't. And I think it's important to take into consideration those experiences and find, you know, like good inspiration from it. So that's kind of like what happened then. And then like I ended up moving back. We started touring a lot, playing a lot of shows, and then that on itself started influencing some like music too. You know, like we were just playing a lot of shows all across, you know, like country, different states, and meeting a lot of people, being around a lot of different areas that, you know, inspired different things too. And then we'll play that through the music with this upcoming project called ¿Qué es lo que te pasa? It's a lot more influence in, you know, Latinos, what's going on in the country right now, and all the unheard but very spoken things that happen on an everyday basis for, you know, this particular people. So it's like a collection of stories and experiences all put together, and the sound of it, you know, like we're trying different things too. It's not just hip hop, but we're very influenced right now by punk rock and cumbia and like Latin sounds. And we think that with this album being so like focused on this, like the sound of it kind of has to imitate that too, you know. So we're being super influenced by Latin music, you know, like we're going to cumbia shows and, you know, experiencing that too. And like we have things to say, and we're very excited to put that into this concept of like it can be different, you know, like you can express that like angst and anger through like punk rock too. That's kind of like the cool thing, you know. It's always been like do whatever we feel like.
That's
that
awesome.
is Barbados.
Being unapologetically, damn. But you guys get what I mean. Just being yourselves.
Yes.
Just being yourselves at the end of the day. And I love that about you guys. Like that's your guys' sound is something that you don't typically see or hear anywhere. So your guys' very original sound is like very like when you go out into a room, you know that that's Barbados. Like you, like with some other people, you're like, oh my God, is that Playboy Cardi or is that Kanye West? Like I can't tell the difference. But like with you guys, like you can tell, like that is you. That's you guys. So
keep going. I like this.
Hey, not too many compliments. You gotta pay me for that. You gotta pay me for that. You gotta pay me for that. So let the people know, what do you guys do? Like, what are you the rapper? Are you the DJ? Or like who? What do you guys do specifically in this band?
I'm the rapper. I'm the singer. I write the raps. I sing the songs. And at live shows, I play bass.
There we go. There you go. There you go.
I cook snacks. I make some bomb burritos and peanut butter. I'm in charge of snacks. He's in charge of drinks.
There you go. There you go.
No, but
you starring, bro.
I'm more in charge of the musical side. I take part of the production behind Barbados. A lot of the recording. A lot of the sampling, the mixing, the mastering. When we do live shows, I'm behind the turntables. I also play live guitar and harmonica. And I help out with backup vocals where I can. But Niko takes most care of that. He also has been doing a lot of his own take into the production of the more upcoming Barbados tracks too.
A lot of the stuff we've been working on recently, I've been like adding a little more production or like kind of creeping into it, especially because there are certain like concepts and songs and stuff we're working on that like I might have like a really like big like or like clear vision of where I'm like, oh, like I can really hear what like this could be. I really want to add this or that, but also like only a little. Flaco is really like the production guy, especially on this new album. It's cool to see like his progression too from when we started doing like sample-based hip-hop and boom bap, because like he was saying, we're really influenced by like punk rock and cumbia recently, so there's a lot of that, and that's really more like your like arena, that kind of production especially.
Oh, I'll do like some type of hybrid that you'll hear more in this album. So I'm still sampling vinyls. I'm, bastardizing them so that the speed of it changes. There's a different pitch, a different tone. And I record that. I do my own drums. But then on top of that, I also play my own guitar. I do my own bass. I'll throw my own congas. I do like a whole percussion side to it. And it's just mixing part of us.
Yeah.
With that like feeling that like it has to fit into this only hip hop frame.
Right.
Like I'm not afraid to step out of that frame and bring other elements into it.
Right.
Even with shared production, we released a single called Danger, which was really cool because he has like the regular version of it. Then he has a remix completely done by Niko and instrumental.
Ooh.
So, like back in the day, you like listen to like these vinyls that were like for radio use only, and they'll have like the regular version, and then maybe the acapella, and then the clean, and the remake. Like that, to me, that was really cool because it's the same song, but it's like all these different variations of it, or like different aspects of it. So I think that's cool, and like I don't think that like a lot of people are doing that like anymore. Right. And it'll be cool to like bring it back, even if it's in like a digital. Platform, right? Such as Spotify or whatever you use, you can still get that original song, that remix, that a cappella, that instrumental, like you would like back then, because maybe some people want to hear it.
Right, exactly.
Plus, I like Niko's production too. This guy is my best friend. Why would I not like want to support his music too?
Exactly.
And we bring very different like things. Like I was saying before, you like when we're doing like this punk rock and cumbia like sort of hybrids of hip hop, like those are really like genres that you're very familiar with, like as far as songwriting especially. But like for instance, when I do like the remix for like Danger has like a lot of like dembow and reggaeton elements and like electronic production stuff and like even some like other hip hop too. But like it's cool that we can collaborate in that way because it brings out like our different strengths, right? Right. And then we can like combine that to make like a Voltron of music, like
Play-Doh,
like Play-Doh,
like
space sand, like
space sand.
Oh no, moon sand.
Moon sand. So we keep talking about this new album. How about we get into some songs from the new album?
I would love that.
You want to? Let's go.
This song is called No Soy Legal, produced by Flaco, rapped by me. This is the introduction, like full song from our next album we're working on called ¿Qué es lo que te pasa? This song sort of establishes a lot of the thematic elements and storytelling of the album. It's about our character Uribe, who gets pulled over coming home from work and gets in some BS on some trumped up charges, and they're finna throw the book at him. They want him deported. They want him in jail, and it kind of just describes the scene where the police are kind of abusing him, mistreating him, and it's clearly like a targeted kind of thing, and how his nephew witnesses the event, which moves him to action. The album itself is going to deal with a lot of these themes, like Flaco said, but this song is about that, and it's unfortunately a very, very like real story. Like the story we're telling is our characters and our interpretation of events, but this thing happens all the time, every single day, especially right now, and so it's just a very real representation of what's going on, and it's set to a really sick little cumbia hip-hop thing.
Beat itself, I sample a song by Filthy Drones, who is an artist from here, San Jose. Shout out Filthy. The name of the song is called La Forma, as a rebajada version of it, the cut up to make the beat. It has live instrumentation production on top of it too, as well as some like cinematic type of sound design to kind of paint the picture of what is going on. So yeah, check it out, listen to it, and I hope you like it.
Y si tú sabes, tú sabes. Y si tú sabes, tú sabes. Y'all get it? Okay, let's go. Y si tú sabes, tú sabes. 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 Y si tú sabes, tú sabes.
And then this is you guys playing all the instruments in the background as well.
Trying to find directions to my street today. Peeling off a 101 the heat today. Probably work until the universe and in the heat decay. Like, are you feeling good? Are you feeling like the man? Are you feeling untouchable in your homeland? Are you buying into the propaganda they said? There's no guns under the table, just a paycheck. Reefer in the bag, house paints in my face sweat. Everyone I love can see me on the pavement.
And then how long did it take you to make the beat for this? Like, was it like the beat that came first? Or was it the lyrics that came first and then you made the beat to fit the lyrics?
Yeah, I had made the beat prior to the lyrics. I think that we had an idea of what we wanted to like talk about, but it wasn't really decided like that. I didn't even think the whole idea of this as an album as a whole was out yet. Like this beat is actually about like a year old.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the time that I got around to writing this song, you sent me the beat and I wrote it pretty quickly. I had the concept for the album, right? Like, I kind of knew what I wanted to write about, but I hadn't like worked out fully how I was going to go about it. Like, I knew I wanted it to be a concept album. I knew I wanted it to be like a Latino hip hop thing. I knew I wanted it to be really political and poignant. This came out before Donald Trump was elected. And the lyrics originally, this is the same lyrics, but originally when I wrote it, it was more like a scared like prediction of what that would look like if this guy got elected again, of like how people would be getting deported and it would be just trumped up BS charges. There wouldn't be like court cases. You would just get in trouble and gone. And unfortunately, like a lot of my predictions came very true. But yeah, I think that when I wrote this is where I started forming like the storyline of the album. And that's why it's so like densely a storytelling song. You know, like the first verse is Uribe's point of view getting pulled over, and then the next two verses are from the police's point of view. This third one
that's actually pretty cool because you don't see songs like that can see both sides of like the coin, right? So in this song, you say that you have the side of the person getting pulled over and then the side of the police.
Yeah. I wanted to show like his fear. I wanted to show their like hatred. And then the last verse is the nephew I was talking about who like witnesses this, and that moves him to action. I kind of think that like in a lot of ways like the listener and kind of us as like American citizens are the nephew. Like we're watching these things happen, and we have to decide if we're going to do something about it.
Right.
You know?
They just pulled up on that gringo's house. You've been working cleaning. They asked for your ID, social security. Pura puteria. Senor, indeed. You should have seen the scene. You should have seen the look. They at his kitchen now. They told the chef he's cooked.
You bring such an energy to the song, like as you're like saying your lyrics. How do you get like that sort of energy that you have? Like, I know you have like the idea in your head. How do you get that into your voice, into the song?
Dude, to be honest, for this one, it was easier than normal. Like, I'm just thinking about like real frustration. Like, you know, he's screaming about like how this Uribe character is just like someone who fit a description, who like is hardworking, God-fearing person, and like he's still like facing all this like BS. Like those are real frustrations. Like waking up and seeing like all these stories about like, you know, immigrants, undocumented or not, being like just arrested and shipped off to other countries and prisons with like no court, no chance to like fight it. They're being picked up at the courts like when they're following the fucking like things you're supposed to do, like. So to like channel that energy into that last verse is natural. It's
Yeah.
just real frustration and real pain.
And it's good that you could put your authentic like emotions into that song, and then you're able to put it into like the 3 separate characters that you have on there. Because that's hard for a lot of people to do, and a lot of people fake it. So having that be like a real like emotion come out of you, like that's crazy.
I mean, I listen to a lot of storytelling rap artists. You know, I
Yeah.
listen to a lot of Nas and like Kendrick and Mos Def and like these kind of dudes who like are able to play characters. And like we experimented with playing characters before on our EP Goats and 40s, where we did like different voices, and we were like, oh, we're gonna have like a whole rogues gallery of our Vampiro character.
Yeah.
They all
And
have,
Edward
like,
40 Hands.
backstories,
But then like it was kind of just like a little bit for fun, like a little bit silly.
Yeah.
But then this is such a like a personal and like very like, you know, real story. So I think it's easier to like to do a character that's a real thing. You know, you see racist cops. I've dealt with racist cops. You know, I've seen undocumented immigrants like be in danger and be struggling and be persecuted. And I've been the guy at the end who like has to watch that all and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little easier to play that character.
That's inspiring.